This is the first project that we've torn into, actually started on this bike. It's the first part that we actually have taken apart.
First part.
And we're already running into issues. What's up guys, Wes here with Rocky Mountain, and this is episode 3 of Roached Racing. Morning. What am I gonna have for breakfast? Oh, another one of these. Gotta get breakfast. What's up guys? It is another exciting morning here at the warehouse. So we're gonna get some coffee before we get things rolling.
You getting grande, homie?
We go big or go home. And we can't go home yet.
Look at you, you look so happy.
Did you want to get anything, Brandon?
No.
All right. So on the way back to the offices, I figured I'd give you guys a tour of Building 6 warehouse, which Building 6 is the latest expansion on the warehouse here in Payson. It's 100,000 square feet, and as you can see, it is massive. There is a ton of products stored back here, and Building 6 is actually also home to some of the bigger key players here at Rocky Mountain. Groups like the whole brands department, R&D, product development group is back here. Also the photo group, the sourcing team, the whole attack graphics team, and our group, the video guys. You can also see that there is a boatload of tires back here. And I guess a fun history fact for you is, if you guys didn't know, that's how the owner actually started Rocky Mountain. So he actually sold ATV tires, and he would just order a container of ATV tires at a time and basically paste together his ads for the magazines, send those out, and sell tires. So it's pretty cool to look back at where the company started, and obviously we're still selling tires. So, all right, hey, check this out. So this is a different kind of storage than we've done anywhere else in the warehouse, but it's pretty dang cool. As you can see, we can store a bunch of different kinds. They go from freaking floor to ceiling. It's, yeah, pretty crazy. Storage freaking everywhere. They put product anywhere they can. So I've always wanted to drive this thing because you get to go up in the air, but maybe some other day, I guess. What's up, Jose?
Hey, what's up, man?
How's it going? All right, so we got some product packing supplies over here that you can see. It's all white foam, and that's actually for UTV windshields. We got some tire wrapping machines here. Funny story, that's actually how that's what I started doing here. I wrapped tires for 3 months straight when I started, and that was 11 years ago, so that's pretty crazy to think about, but good times looking back. What's up, Wade? All right, and as you can see over here, we got a new fresh shipment of Polysport plastic kits, and they're gonna get those stocked up. And this is actually the overflow for receiving. So the bulk of receiving happens 2 buildings over, and you can imagine how much product they're pulling in, stocking, and shipping back out. It's pretty crazy. So next thing we're coming up on is the power plant, and that's basically what all this storage around here is for. Raw materials that they're bringing in and making products out of. Basically, this is a small run manufacturing facility. So the whole goal of this thing is basically we can get the new machines in, the brand new machines, super early, and they can turn around product for that machine really fast and get it to market. So we can be first to market on products, and that's really important. They've got laser, CNC, every machine that you can think of. It's pretty cool what they got going on in here. All right, so the next thing we're gonna check out is the stable, and this is where all the company machines are stored, brand new machines that they're developing product for, and all the good stuff. So you can see we got the new Honda Talon over here. Looks like they're working on the new Tusk cardboard roof. Well, maybe that's not production yet. Same thing here, cardboard rear window. Yeah, so basically any machine that we've got that we're working on, testing parts on, fixing, all those machines sit right here. And this is a pretty cool spot because we got to walk through this every morning when we're coming into work. And it just gets us pumped for the day. I love it. All right, so let's check out some of the projects that we've got going on right now. Basically, anything that's in the end of the stable here is what's priority or what we're working on right now. So you can see the brand new 690s back here. It looks like they're maybe testing out to see if the safari tank will fit on it. And yeah, we actually just finished up a first impressions video of this thing. So if you haven't checked that out, go do it. This is the owner's old 690, which this is replacing now. So it looks like they're maybe putting some new tires on it. The 450L. And you guys know we did a versus video with this thing already, but we're basically working on the build right now. They just finished up building the products and stuff that they need to for this thing. We've got a full luggage system and a lot of other cool stuff. So we're just getting ready for that right now. And then over here you can see we just tore down a CRF450R. So this is another build that we're working on. There's a lot of fans out here of this bike, so we love it. I don't know. There's a lot of fans out there of this bike, so it's gonna be a good build. All right guys, so that does it for a morning here at the warehouse now. We gotta start making some headway on that Roached bike. I know that Charles should be working on the forks this morning, and hopefully that's going smooth.
So now we're gonna use the inner and outer fork tube as a slide hammer to pull them apart. We're just gonna set them on our rags. Hey, whoa, whoa, whoa. Cut the camera real quick. You gotta check this out. This does not look right. I'm gonna call Wes.
Dude, what's up?
You said this fork seal was leaking, right? Like
yeah.
Oil blowing out everywhere?
The right fork was leaking pretty bad.
Okay, I was doing the how-to video and I had them stop because I just noticed this thing was upside down. Like this garter spring should be on the other side. Yeah.
The fork seal's upside down. Dude, that's crazy.
I don't even know how you'd mess that out.
We do explain like how to put it, how to orientate it the right way in our how-to videos. I've just never seen one installed upside down.
I know, it's crazy.
That explains why it's leaking. But like, I mean, I guess I have noticed on Honda fork seals that the recess on both sides of the seal are pretty deep. It's just, it still is obvious that it's upside down. That's
yeah, well,
wild.
I guess I can kind of get that, but okay. Just for you guys watching, this is how you tell. This seal has two lips, and on this side, and then one lip on the bottom. So these two lips, they were facing the bottom of the fork. They're always supposed to be facing up. So whenever you put one on, that's how you know. How it seals is the oil is actually pressing on this and helping it seal. So with this one lip, that's why it was having a hard time sealing.
Dude, that's why you gotta be watching our videos.
Seriously.
Yeah, that's crazy, man.
So.
This is the first project that we've torn into, actually started on this bike. It's the first part that we actually have taken apart.
Bolts are crazy tight. We've already seen frozen bolts, all kinds of weird stuff.
Yeah,
so.
Dude, I can't wait to see what we find next. Okay, so you guys know that the video crew stays super busy pumping out videos. We do videos on how-to, spotlights, bike builds, all that kind of stuff. So let's say what's up to these guys and let me introduce you guys. So this is Brandon. He's one very talented editor. And you guys would know him by the Banshee build if you guys have seen that. If you haven't, go check that video out. And what bike you riding?
CRF450R.
Oh, sick, dude. Ride red. All right, next up is Josh. He's our in-house grandpa, longtime resident. No, he's been here for a few years now. He is the real expert behind S Experts, and yeah, give you some insight on making your picks every week. Now that's over with, so moving on, I guess, the next project. But what bike you riding?
CRF450R.
There's lots of ride reds in here, but okay, so this is Steve, another super talented editor And you would know him by any of the how-to videos because that's what he works on a lot. He also did the 400EX ATV build. Now let's see, Charles, come on out here, dude. Oh, come on.
Hey, what's up, man?
Wait, you here?
Well, yeah, I've been putting
okay.
OT. You got this jalopy roached out CRF in there, and like, if you actually want to go race this thing, it's gonna take a lot of work.
Well, good thing we got you, brother.
All right.
You guys know him. He's our how-to guy. And he teaches you guys everything you gotta know to work on your own bike and keep it running, right?
That's right.
So the light means they're filming, but let's do it anyways. So what's up, guys?
Soft break. Dude, what the hell? You know the light was on.
Come on, I was about to nickname him Butter. He was on a roll.
That was good, all right. This is Chase. Obviously you guys know him.
What's up, guys?
Real quick, Chase, take me through what your day looks like every day.
A lot of this. I'm in my stomping grounds right now. This is our studio, so if you guys are subscribed to watch our YouTube videos, you know I teach you all about products and help you guys decide if you want to buy something.
This is Henrik. He's another one of our editors, and Henrik is just the nicest freaking guy you will ever meet. He's a freaking talented editor. He puts together some sick graphics. Unfortunately, he just sold his bike. Tell us about that.
Yeah, I had to part ways with the TC125. It was really sad, but looking to get a CRF450R, and world's going to be a lot brighter.
All right, back on, dude, another Ride Red. And we can't forget you, Ryan. Let me take the camera, dude. Oh, what's up, dude? What's up?
What's
Tell us
up,
about
dude?
yourself.
So I'm Ryan. I'm one of the editors here, doing Roached, and I'm an ATV guy.
And a Red Sox guy.
I'm a Red Sox guy too.
All right, guys, so that's the whole video crew. We got to get to work, but yeah, we'll see you guys in the next update on Roach Bike.
So you really had to do this right now in the middle of my video?
What's up, guys? So we have one more update for you. You guys just saw the forks and the problem with that, but now we're finally working on the engine. So, we're already running into more crap. We just pulled off the valve cover. There is zero tension on our cam chain, which is not a good thing. Yeah, possible bad cam chain tensioner. We were doing a how-to video for valve adjustment. Took the cover off and this chain is super loose. Should be on there really tight. And the guy that owned this before us, he sent a video of it when it actually did run, and it was making all kinds of weird sounds. So this is probably the cause of all those sounds. It'll be really clanky, so let's pull that off and see what's going on. Yeah, let's check it out. Okay, so I'm gonna loosen that center guy up first so we can actually get that bolt off later. And then this thing should have tension on it, but it probably won't. Yeah, there's nothing there, nothing happening. That should be tight. Yes. Yeah, there's, oh shit. This thing should be all the way out, so we have issues. So pretty much we have to get a new tensioner. Yeah, let me take this off and show you how it should be. Oh, it won't even let me send it out. Not very good anyway, it's binding up pretty bad. That tensioner, it's supposed to come out all the way on its own. And then to take the tension off, you're supposed to be able to wind it back in with the screwdriver, let it go, and it should come back out. So, dang, dude. What kind of risk is there with a broken tensioner? I mean, if you don't want to spend a ton of money fixing this thing, if you hear a ton of noise coming from this, definitely shut the bike off as soon as possible. Because what can happen, this can actually, the chain can jump a tooth, your timing gets off, and then your valves can actually hit your piston. And then once that happens, the whole thing can grenade, and basically $1,200 later, $1,500 later, you're back up and running. So definitely no fun. There's like a bunch of dents and stuff. Did you go through with a hammer on this thing? I didn't. No, just because I had a hammer in my hand doesn't mean anything. Come on. You guys have seen this guy with the hammer already. He's like trying to hide his secret methods. I can't let people know my secrets. No, this totally wasn't me. I don't know. Somebody jacked this up, got a screwdriver. Look at this. That wasn't me. You took that side off. Let me use my fancy screwdriver to point to it. Hey, see? People are using screwdrivers to pry these covers off. That is not good. No wonder this thing was leaking so freaking bad. That's horrible. So what's your tip then? The tip, don't use a screwdriver to pry things apart that shouldn't have a screwdriver in between them.
Screwdriver is not a pry bar.
No, no,
Yeah?
no, you should not pry these apart is the point.
Oh, don't pry these apart.
Screwdriver can be a pry bar sometimes.
No?
Yes, it can. If you need to pry stuff apart, I use screwdrivers sometimes.
I knew you did that.
It was not me.
Don't pry the covers apart. If you're supposed to pry them apart, there's usually a tab on there. Like, let's see this one. There's a tab in between this flywheel cover and the engine right here, in the engine case. You got a little tab. You can remove these bolts and pry it out, pop right off.
Well, my whole point is that's nothing that a little bit of silicone can't fix.
Well, my whole point is that you shouldn't have to use silicone to do an oil change.
Okay, sure. All right, so real quick, I just want to explain how this works. You can see if I put my finger in the tensioner hole, I'm pushing on the chain slider at that point, and you can see that that tightens up the chain. So that's how it should be. Keep everything nice and tight and running right. And I guess we're just gonna keep rebuilding this thing, right?
That's
I mean,
right.
that's all we can do. Hopefully that's the last problem we find, but I guess all we gotta decide now is whether or not we want to powder coat parts, right?
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Don't do it?
Well, what parts do you want to powder coat?
The frame, the swing arm, and maybe the subframe?
I don't know. I mean, I think it looks a lot better if you just take some Scotch-Brite, clean up the frame a little. We're not going to polish it. We'll keep it low maintenance and just clean it up. It looks really good. Why do you think they use aluminum frames? They went from painted steel frames to aluminum for looks, not performance.
They don't want to tie people into that coolness yet. There's nothing better looking than a black and red Honda, right? Red.
There's nothing better looking than an aluminum and red Honda.
Boo!
Right?
Okay, we're gonna do a poll on Instagram and we're gonna figure out what you guys think is a better look for this thing. And basically, we're just gonna wing it.
Dang, dude. Everything's all cleaned up. Nice job.
Yeah, despite what Wes thinks, we get stuff done here. But we did find a problem with this gear. So we do need to show Wes. I know he just got back to the office and I think we should mess with him.
So yeah, I think I'm keeping the mustache, dude. All right, sounds good. Wait a minute. Dude, is that Charles with that freaking hammer again? Hang on. Yo!
Hey, what's up, man?
Status update, dude. What's going on here?
Hey, did you see that? Hey, so
Oh
we,
my gosh.
dude, we ran into some issues, man.
What's the deal, dude?
We got everything torn down. Obviously, we were doing our cleaning and inspection video. We had some gear dogs. They didn't look very good. Corners rounded off. So we were taking the transmission apart.
Yeah?
Third gear never came off. And it's supposed to. This is supposed to be a freewheeling gear.
So is that what the Bronco hammer was for?
What are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about, man. But
Okay.
what I do know is that I can show you, if you look on here, if you look down in there, you can see all these metal shavings.
Yeah?
Well, it's like melted metal. You can see it's all blue and
So this is
This
supposed
color?
to freewheel.
yeah, freewheels. Well, it's kind of locking up a little bit. But there you go. It's got a little bit of play,
Yeah?
but it's supposed to just slide off and it doesn't slide off. So what we're gonna have to do, we just need to replace this whole shaft, the gear. And if we can cut this shaft off, we can salvage this last gear. But that'll be it.
This thing is roached, dude.
It's super roached.
I guess just one big common thing is people, when they do a bottom end, they're probably just replacing main bearings and the crankshaft. And they maybe will overlook the inspection of the transmission, but that's super important. When you're in the engine, you definitely want to go through. The unfortunate thing about this build is we didn't know if it was having any issues in the transmission. We didn't know if it was slipping out of gear. And so it's definitely important for us to go through and inspect this so we don't have to tear the engine apart again. All right, so real quick, let's take a closer look at these gears. Like, what would you be looking for? How do you know if they're worn out or if you're having issues with them?
So that's a really good question. Like, a lot of these gears, at first glance, they look fine, right? But a common thing to wear is the dog teeth on them. So as you can see, when we're looking at this close, one side is really square, and this other side, you know, if you're looking from a distance, it might look fine, but it's actually rounded off. And when they're rounded off like that, that's when you can get your bike jumping out of gear, that kind of thing. You want to make sure that edge is square as possible. I mean, you know, it might be impossible to have a transmission with absolutely zero wear if it's a used bike. I mean, it's obviously had use, but the squarer the point, the better. If it's not pretty square, you'll want to replace it.
And that's, I mean, after looking at a few of these, that's pretty much every one of these gears. A lot of them in here are starting to round off on the edge. So what else are we gonna have to replace here?
Obviously this, a few gears have some gear dogs that are bad on them.
Yep.
Luckily, a lot of different things are good. This clutch basket, pretty grooved out.
Oh my gosh,
So,
dude.
yeah.
You're definitely gonna feel that in the clutch actuation and engagement, disengagement. The hub, let's see what that looks like. So the hub definitely has some grooving. We're probably gonna wanna replace that too. It's not nearly as bad as the basket is, but yeah, you're definitely gonna feel that for sure.
So other thing, check out these clutch plates. So these aren't necessarily bad, but you can see the steels, some of them are worse than others. Some of them
yeah.
at some point got pretty hot.
You can tell it got hot.
I mean, obviously there's clutches that have been more abused and a lot worse than this, but anytime these are blued or discolored, you want to replace them with your friction plates too.
This edge right here is definitely showing worn. It's mushrooming out. And that's definitely because as this is engaging and disengaging and catching, it's wearing these fingers out too on the clutch plate. So if you're gonna replace any of these items, it's definitely worth getting a new clutch pack too, because they're inexpensive in comparison to all this other stuff. And if you put old parts with new parts, it's gonna wear your new parts faster than it should. Gosh, dang.
I know.
Maybe this wasn't such a good bike to buy.
It's always a gamble, you never know.
This is getting expensive, Charles. I hope they're okay with this. So basically we do have issues. They're just not as maybe big or bizarre as we thought they were. All right, dude, so we got a lot of shiz to do with this thing. I mean, I didn't realize that it had this many issues with it. What did we sign up for?
Definitely has a lot, but I'll go ahead and get that parts list written out for you.
Okay, so you'll get a parts list for me. We'll get all the parts needed to put this thing back together. And that's what we're gonna be doing in the next episode. So be sure and like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. And we'll see you in the next episode.
Run into an issue with our transmission, and I know he just barely got back to the office, and I think we should mess with him.
It looks like you're gonna whack him. I think we're gonna mess with him. Hey, what are you up to?
Oh, hey, we just did our bottom end on our bike, and everything went really well, but check this out.
What is it?
I don't know, but it's been bugging me.
That's a bug?
Yeah, we've been flying through this.